Okay, so problem number 6. It says that a plane can carry a maximum cargo weight of 150,000 pounds. A company uses one of these planes to ship 1,500-pound containers. So every container is 1,500. And the cargo plane can only carry this amount. Okay? So the total cargo weight in this function is a function of the number of containers in the plane. What is the greatest value in the domain for this situation? So we have a table, right? X is the number of containers. Number of containers. So you're writing this down. And Y is the amount of weight. The weight. The maximum weight is 150,000. Each one weighs 1,500. How can we find how many this plane can carry? Dividing. That's it. All you have to do is divide. So do 150,000 divided by 1,500, and that's going to give you the maximum number of planes that can get on this, of containers that can get on this plane. So 150,000 divided by 1,500 is how much? 100. I can put 100 containers in here, and that'll give me a weight of 150,000. So the answer is just 100. I can get 100 containers on this plane. Number 7. What is it asking for? Domain. It's asking for domain. What is domain? The X. So I'm looking at the X-axis only. From what number to what number? Right? So remember, we do our little Cheerios to here and to here. So what are those numbers? From what number to what number? 2 and 8. So I have 2 answers that say 2 and 8. One of them is a closed circle at 2. That means you have to have a line underneath. And then the other one is an open circle at 8, which means you do not put a line underneath it. Okay, open circles, if you look on the board in my wall, open circle, no line underneath. Closed circle has a line underneath. It's the pink paper on my wall. So the answer is B. Number 9. What is the question asking on number 9? The question. I just need the range. Number 9 is asking for the range. What is range again? It's the Y values. So I'm looking only on the Y side. From what number to what number does it go? From 0. 0 is the lowest one. You see this point is at 0, and it goes all the way up to 8. So which one says that? From 0 all the way to 8. A. All real numbers greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 8. That's like this. That's what that means. Okay? It's not 16, so cross out the ones that say 16. The only other answer that I would see you guys getting confused with is C, because it says all real numbers less than or equal to 8. But it stops at 0, so it's not negative numbers. Okay? The next one, problem number 8. What is the question asking? Domain. Circle domain. It's asking for the domain. They gave you an equation. So this would go in Desmos, right? and we need the x's, but we do have to read a little bit more because I need to know what the range is going to be for this one. It says the total cost in dollars to buy t-shirts for the drum line can be found using this function, where S is the number of shirts bought. So right here, that's the number of t-shirts that they buy. If there are at least 6 members, but no more than 10 members on the drum line, what is the domain of the function for this situation? So, we really don't have to put this in Desmos because it's already giving us the answer. S is the number of shirts. That's my X, which is my domain. I don't need the cost, which is the Y. So what is domain? The number of shirts. Well, shirts go on people, right? How many people do I have in this story? From 6 to 10 members. So I can have 6 shirts, I can have 7 shirts, I can have 8 shirts, I can have 9 shirts, and I can have 10 shirts. That's my domain. So what's the answer? A. Not from 0 to 10, because we have at least 6 members, okay? And then number 10 over here is asking for the range. What is range? The Y's. If you forget, you need to look on the word wall. Range is the Y's. So I'm looking at the Y numbers from the lowest to the highest. From the bottom of the function to the top of the function. What is the lowest number? -3. What is the highest number? +5. There's only one answer that says that. Okay? Now, this next page is the easy page, I think, because you can use Desmos on mostly all of this. Number 11 is asking for the 0 of this function. What is a 0? We talked about this yesterday. The 0 of a function, if I ask you to find the 0, what am I asking you to find? The X-intercept. So write that down. I don't care that it's asking me for the 0. It's really asking me for the X-intercept. So we're going to put this in Desmos and go look for the X-intercept. Okay? Problem number 15, I want you to do the same thing. Put this equation in Desmos and see which one of these, A, B, C, D, looks like it. Okay, I'm not going to do those for you. You need to do those by yourself. And then number 12 through 14. Wait, make sure that you're writing these notes down on your paper because you're going to have to do this by yourself in a little bit. And then number 12 through 14, you're using that. You're using this line to find the Y-intercept. So which one's the Y-intercept on here? The 6. But how do you write that as an ordered pair? 0, 6, because the 6 is the Y. Okay, 6 is on the Y-axis. Number 13, what is the 0 of the function? What is it asking for? The X-intercept. So what is the X-intercept on this graph? 4, and you write it as 4, 0, because the 4 is on the X. So it needs to be on the X in the ordered pair when you write it. And then number 14 is asking for the slope. How am I going to find the slope of this? I'm going to use these 2 points and put them in stat. Okay, you're going to use this point and this point in stat. So write it down. And do stat calc 4 and find the slope, just like we did earlier. Make sure you write those notes as well. And then the last one. Problem number 16. Problem number 16. A lifeguard earns $320 per week for working 40 hours. So he already got this money because he worked those 40 hours. Plus, so that's $320 plus $8 per hour worked over the 40 hours. So he's going to get $8 per hour after those 40 hours. A lifeguard can work a maximum of 60 hours per week. So if he already worked 40, how many more can he work to get 60? 20. So he can only work 20 more hours of overtime. Which graph best represents the lifeguard's weekly earnings in dollars for working 8 hours over the 40 hours? So that's Y equals 320 plus 8x, okay? And I cannot go over 20 hours of overtime. And I started with already $320, not $0. So which ones can I eliminate? I can eliminate A and B. Those are not my answers. Okay, I didn't start with $0. I started with $320. So it has to be one of these two. Okay, so I would put that equation in Desmos and figure out which one of these two is correct. At 20 hours, how much does he get paid? Okay, so you're on your own. I need you to finish that review, and I need you to raise your hand and ask questions. If you need to go back and watch this video tonight just to refresh your memory for the test tomorrow, then that's what we need to do. I need you to get 100 on this test tomorrow, and it's 3 different grades for 3 different TEKs. Okay, it's not just one big grade. It's going to be 3 different grades. So if you have more questions, just ask me.